This is Slaver Captain Xer'thal of the Krynn Dominion vessel Harvest Moon. If you're receiving this, I'm already dead. The humans are breaching the bridge now. I can hear them cutting through the blast doors with weapons that shouldn't exist. My crew is gone. My ship is dying. And I need you to understand what we did wrong so you never make the same mistake. We thought they were weak. We saw their colony, no orbital defenses, no military installations, just farms and families on a worthless border world called New Haven. 2,000 humans, mostly children. We thought it would be easy. We thought wrong. The screams you hear in the background? Those aren't my crew. Those are the humans. They're not screaming in fear. They're screaming in rage. 3 weeks ago, the Harvest Moon and her sister ships dropped out of warp over New Haven. Standard slaving operation. We've done it 1,000 times across 100 worlds. The Krynn Dominion has been taking slaves for 3 centuries. Weak species make excellent labor. The strong we avoid. Humans registered as weak. Their colony had no shields, no weapons platforms. Their distress signal was pathetic, begging for help that would never come in time. We landed shock troops and began the harvest. Adults in one transport, children in another. Maximum efficiency. That's when we learned our first lesson about humans. They don't break when you take their children. They break you. The first human we tried to take was a female carrying an infant. She refused to let go. My soldier struck her twice. She didn't release the child. He struck her again. She bit through his exoskeleton and tore out his throat with her teeth. She was shot 17 times. She killed 2 more soldiers with her bare hands before she stopped moving. That should have been our warning. Instead, we called for reinforcements. The male humans formed a defensive line using farming equipment. We had plasma weapons. They had metal tools. We killed 30 of them in the first minute. They killed 50 of my soldiers in the next 2. One of their males, a farmer, grabbed a plasma rifle from a dead soldier and figured out how to use it in seconds. He killed my entire second squad before we brought him down. They were learning, adapting, fighting with a ferocity I'd never seen. We eventually took the colony. It cost us 400 soldiers, for 2,000 primitives with no military training. But we got 500 humans into the holds. Adults and children separated. Standard procedure. We thought we'd won. We thought we'd broken them. We thought wrong. The humans in our holds didn't cower. They didn't weep. They watched us with eyes full of calculation. One of them, a male we designated Specimen 247, spoke to me in broken Krynn. "You took our children," he said. "You shouldn't have done that." I laughed. What could primitive farmers do against the Dominion? I should have listened. I should have killed them all. Instead, I ordered our fleet to jump to the slave markets. The humans sat in their cells and waited. They were patient. They were planning. And somewhere in deep space, their distress signal had finally reached someone. The human military vessel Retribution found New Haven 6 hours after we left. They found the bodies, the burned homes, the blood. They found the recording one of the colonists had hidden, a father watching soldiers take his daughter while his wife lay dead at his feet. That recording was transmitted across human space. Every world, every station, every ship. Humanity saw what we'd done, and they didn't debate. They didn't negotiate. They declared war on the entire Krynn Dominion that same day. Their message was simple: return our people unharmed, and we'll kill you quickly. Harm them further, and we'll teach the galaxy what humanity does to slavers. We thought it was posturing. We'd faced other species' military forces before. We'd won every time. We thought wrong. The human fleet found us 3 days later. 12 ships. We had 40. We had superior numbers, better shields, more firepower. We'd fought and won against larger forces. We were confident. The human commander opened a channel. His face was calm. Too calm. "This is Admiral Chen of the Terran Defense Force," he said. "You're carrying 517 human citizens. Return them unharmed, and I'll destroy your ships quickly. Refuse, and we'll board you." My fleet commander laughed. Board us? Our ships were designed to be unboardable. Hardened hulls. Automated defenses. We told the humans to surrender or die. The Admiral's expression didn't change. "I was hoping you'd say that," he replied. Then they opened fire. Human weapons weren't like anything we'd encountered. They didn't use plasma or lasers. They used kinetic kill vehicles, tungsten rods accelerated to relativistic speeds. Our shields were designed for energy weapons. The rods punched through like we weren't even there. They destroyed 8 ships in the first volley. The rest scattered. The humans pursued. Not with fury, with calculation. They targeted our engines first, crippled us, then they moved in for boarding. That's when we learned what human soldiers really are. We called them war apes. They called themselves Marines. They cut into our ships with plasma torches and breached the hulls. Our automated defenses killed 3 of them. 3. The rest came through like a flood. They wore powered armor that amplified their already terrifying strength. They moved in perfect coordination. And they weren't trying to capture us. They were exterminating us. One human, their armor said Gunny Martinez, killed 14 of my soldiers in 30 seconds. He ripped the door off a security checkpoint with his bare hands and threw it through 3 soldiers. When his rifle ran out, he used it as a club. When that broke, he used his fists. They fought through every deck, clearing room by room, until they reached the holds where we kept the human captives. The humans we'd captured weren't broken. When their Marines breached the holds, the prisoners fought alongside them. That farmer, Specimen 247, took a weapon from a dead soldier and led the other prisoners in retaking the ship's engineering section. They sabotaged life support, cut power to weapons, opened airlocks on decks full of my crew. They knew the ship better than we did after just 3 days. When the Marines reached them, one of the soldiers asked the farmer why he'd helped. He said, "You came for us. We owed you." The Marine replied, "We're human. We always come." Of 40 Krynn vessels, 3 survived the initial assault. We scattered, tried to run. The humans hunted us across 3 systems. They didn't just want their people back. They wanted every slave we'd ever taken. Every ship, every slaver station, every market. They broadcasted across all frequencies. The Krynn Dominion engaged in slavery. Slavery is now an act of war against humanity. Every slaver will die. Every slave will be freed. They meant it. Over the next month, human fleets appeared at every Dominion holding. They freed thousands of slaves from dozens of species. And they killed every Krynn they found. No prisoners. No negotiations. Just execution. That brings us to now. My ship is dead. My crew is gone. The humans are cutting through my final blast door. I can hear one of them shouting to the others, "Captain's still alive in there. Chen wants him alive for trial." I won't give them that satisfaction. But I need other species to understand what we learned too late. Humans are not weak because they build farms instead of warships. They are not soft because they love their children. They are the most dangerous species in the galaxy precisely because they love so deeply. Touch what they love, and they will end you. Not just you. Your species, your culture, everything you ever built. We thought humans were prey. We thought wrong. 2 months after the New Haven raid, the Krynn Dominion ceased to exist. Every slaver fleet destroyed. Every station captured. Every slave freed. Humanity didn't stop with us. They declared slavery a crime against sentient life and hunted every slaver species in 3 sectors. The galaxy watched as 2,000 farmers sparked a war that toppled empires. Other species learned the lesson we paid for with extinction. Humans are peaceful until you threaten their children. Then they're not human anymore. They're something ancient and terrible. They're what killed the apex predators on their homeworld. And now they're loose among the stars. The blast door just fell. A human in powered armor is standing in the doorway. His armor is covered in the blood of my crew. He's holding a weapon I can't identify. Behind him, I can see more humans. So many humans. One of them, an officer, stepped forward. "Captain Xer'thal," she said, "you're under arrest for crimes against humanity and sentient life. You will stand trial on Earth. I'm activating the suicide protocol. I won't let them parade me. But this message will transmit to every Krynn frequency, to every species that trades in slaves, to anyone who thinks humans are weak. We thought wrong. Don't make our mistake." The recording from Captain Xer'thal spread across the galaxy like wildfire. Within a year, 12 major slaver organizations surrendered to human authorities. 37 minor ones were destroyed when they refused. Humanity established the Free Species Coalition, an alliance of liberated worlds united by one principle: never again. The humans patrol the trade routes now. They've built stations at every major hyperspace junction. Their ships bear the insignia of Terra and the words, "We protect the innocent." Slave markets collapsed across 3 quadrants. Species that once preyed on the weak now hide from human patrols. And every slaver left in the galaxy knows the truth that the Krynn learned too late. The blast door just fell. A human in powered armor is standing in the doorway. His armor is covered in the blood of my crew. He's holding a weapon I can't identify. Behind him, I can see more humans. So many humans. One of them, an officer, stepped forward. "Captain Xer'thal," she said, "you're under arrest for crimes against humanity and sentient life. You will stand trial on Earth. I'm activating the suicide protocol. I won't let them parade me. But this message will transmit to every Krynn frequency, to every species that trades in slaves, to anyone who thinks humans are weak." We thought wrong. Don't make our mistake.